Welcome everybody, Farming Snowy here, and welcome to this new and exciting series. This is competitive multiplayer with myself and Farming Ste. Farming Ste is over there doing his little introduction. If you haven't checked Ste out, please go and check him out. He's got an awesome channel. I will put a link in the description to his channel so you can check him out and see his side of the story. So there is a few rules. I won't go through all of them now, but as we sort of go through the episodes I will mention a few here and there, but I will put the rules down in the description of the video as well. But basically we are on Riverview farm, fantastic map by CavalierRoy. We've started off with exactly the same equipment, so we've got a fast track, JCB fast track, a New Holland harvester, all the headers, trailers. That is all we start off with. So just a tractor, a harvester each, header and trailer, and nothing else. We haven't got a header trailer, that is. We haven't got a trailer, anything else like that. None of it's been customized or anything like that. It's all basic setup configurations. So we've got exactly the same equipment to start with. We've also got 250,000 each, which sounds like a lot, but it's not going to go too far. And this is the map, as you can see. So we are down here. Obviously, different colours are for myself and Ste. It's been split up. I think I'm purple and Ste is orange. We've chosen these two plots up here because we wanted to try and get two fields that are similar sort of size, so it's a little bit fairer. So we went for these two guys. So I've got field 10. It is a little bit bigger, but I did win it fair and square. We did toss a coin and I won, and Ste has got field 9. The green area up the top is basically a shared yard. It's mutual land. So there is a few sheds up there. We did delete a few things, animal pens, etc. like that. So there's a couple of sheds up there which we'll be using. So we know the sort of rules and which ones we can use and which ones we can't. Yeah, basically we can buy more fields if we want. We've got it on ×5. There's no seasons. There's no precision farming. We're just playing 1 day per month. And like I say, there is a couple of extra sort of rules we've added in. We are allowed to do contracts. Stones are off. We're not allowed to use any auto load equipment, so we've got to load bales and things like that ourselves. Not allowed to use any workers, no workers. I might as well go through the rules quick now, there's not too many. 2 productions only. This is where we had a little bit of trouble going into that, because we were kind of like, well, where do you end it? Because you got like the fermenting silos, they're classed as productions, blah blah blah. But what we're going to say as productions is basically anything that makes produce for like human consumption, or the clothes or fabrics, so like that. So anything we use, like the fermenting silos, that can be used towards our animals if we have them, that is fair game. So the productions are just going to be those things that I've mentioned. You're not allowed to sell any fields, so it doesn't allow us to do any field flipping. Steve's off already, look. He's had a little bit more time to do his intro than I have. I had a bit of a problem with my mic. Greenhouses, we're only allowed 1, but we're allowed any size. I'll just back away. I've seen him drive before. And if we do have any animal pens, we are only restricted to 2. Cannot have no more than 2 animal pens. We are allowed to use the used equipment or buy used equipment. And if we lease anything, we are only allowed to lease 1 item at a time. So if you want to lease something else, you've got to get rid of the item that you've already leased. So Steve's bought himself a trailer by the look of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the harvester. I need to figure out which header is mine. I think all my equipment is roughly on the right hand side. Well, that is very tight in this yard to get out of there, isn't it? I'm wondering actually if I hook up to my header trailer. Oh, let's take a bit of Steve's paintwork off. We shouldn't be able to get into each other's vehicles as well, so it should... Maybe that isn't my trailer then. We shouldn't be able to use each other's vehicles. We worked all that out. This has taken a while to set up and figure out what we were going to do, what direction we're going to go. Please tell me this has... It's got a trailer hitch on it. What is happening? This is a good start, isn't it? There we go. I just wasn't in line with it up properly, I guess. Right, if I hook up to that, is that going to snap on? I really hope so, because this yard is quite tight. No, that's just gonna... Oh dear, what has happened here? What, this is a disaster already, isn't it? Steve's off and running, and I'm... Right, let's sort this out. What a shambles of a start. Also, because I'm not on PC, I wasn't able to do it, but Steve is. He's set up the... That's not even my header, is it? So that rule I had of going on the right hand side hasn't worked at all. I wish I just got a trailer like Steve now and drove up. I reckon that's what he's done. He's thought, I'm not going to attempt to get that harvester out. I'll let Snowy make an absolute meal of it. There we go. That is my trailer. What I might have to do, guys, because I'm a little bit worried that that trailer, if I reset that, there we go. That's reset over there now. That was rather annoying. Now I need to move my tractor out of the way. I bet Steve's laughing his head off now. Has he really got all the way up to the farm and back with his tractor and trailer? And I'm still faffing around down here. Awesome. Right, is that going to snap on there? That is not snapping on, is it? Why is that not snapping on? That should be the right one. Come on. This is ridiculous. What is happening? I think I'm trying to rush too much. Look, Steve's off. What is going on? I am having an absolute nightmare. That is going to come off. I know it is. That is not on properly. This could be very comical, guys. I honestly don't think that is on properly. Cannot see. I'm going to go in cab, but I am a bit worried that is going to fall off. So the roads are quite tight on this map, so it could be fun if we do get some larger equipment. Going back to what I was saying about the fields, Steve has set it up so we've got exactly the same crop in our fields. I think it's just got the one fertiliser stage on them, so we haven't got everything done. That is very tight as well. We are through, we're in. Hopefully most of you guys are familiar with this map as well. Ste actually did approach me about doing this, but it's something that I had in my head for a while as well, so when he contacted me about it, it was quite bizarre. And obviously both being from the UK, we thought it would be absolutely ideal to do it, because obviously we're in the same country. It doesn't really affect us with the time zones. It's just going to be a case of when we can sort of get on here and do it. So happy days, and here we are for episode 1. Quite excited about it though, we both are really, so it should be interesting. Right, we are here, so we'll pop that down to there. Now obviously we will be allowed to sort of jump between vehicles, because I'm going to have to get down to the shop again in a minute to get the tractor, and obviously we need a trailer as well. We do have a few mods added in, but we probably will kind of play it by ear in terms of the mods. We might download a couple more extra as we go, but it's not going to be anything that's going to make our lives too easy, so don't worry about that. But anyway, we are unfolded. Let's start getting up this wheat. Let's just check I've got straw enabled, because that is what we're gonna need. Yeah, enable straw. Didn't think so. Let's zoom out, because that is going to give us something extra to sell or possibly use towards animals. So I'm wondering what trailer to buy. I'm not sure if any trailers have been modded in. I know the one Ste has bought. I don't want to copy him too much, but that is probably the best, cheapest one to buy. Standard base game, but we'll have a look in a second. We'll get going with some of this, and then we need to deal with the straw. Do we bale it? Do we pick it up with a loading wagon? That is going to be the question. Steve's over there, he's off and running, harvesting. We are quite close to the shop as well, which is pretty good. That is going to definitely help. And technically I should have more money than Ste now, because he's bought a trailer, so I'm already winning. Whee! What I might do is quickly show you this yard. So this was part of the cow barn area. Ste put this mud down to sort of make it ground like that, and then we've got sheds here. So the rule was I was going to take the right hand shed, Ste was going to take the left hand one, and then we've got two green ones exactly the same rule with the sheds, and there's two sheds like that up there next door to each other, so we've got plenty of shed space on here. I'm going to jump to there because that is quicker. Now we shouldn't have that bad hedge collisions on here, but we do have the sort of tree stumps in the middle of the hedges. Obviously you can cut them down to remove part of that hedge, which is pretty cool. So possibly might do some of that further down the line. I've got a couple of trees on my part of land. So like I say, it is slightly bigger, slightly more expensive, but these were the two best fields to pick, and we really wanted to start on this map because obviously it is meant to be in the UK, so I thought we thought we'd start at home in the UK, and then just see where this series takes us. See how popular Series 1 is and what happens and how we move forward. We will see further down the line. But anyway, I will get this harvested. I may do a little bit of a time lapse, and I'll see you towards the end, but we will need to get a trailer at some point. In fact, let's get to the end of this row and let's see what one we can get. I'm hoping there is something modded in, because it could be a case then if we're going to end up with the same trailer as Ste. Is there anything in the used equipment? There's a trailer there. That's not too bad, but I don't think we're going to go down the animal route just yet. It's a little bit too early for that. Trailers. Have we got anything modded in? No, we haven't. How annoying is that? I'm guessing... Oh, I don't want to do it, but that is so cheap, that trailer. 20 grand for 22.5 litre capacity. 18.5. I think we're going to have to do it. It's a bit of a shame to copy, but he beat me to it. I think that's why he got his trailer so quick. Or shall we go something a bit different? They're just going up in price now, so it's pointless. I'm not a fan of the swivel axles, so those two are definitely out. So it would be this Rudolph one next, so it's not as big a capacity, and it is, costs a lot dearer though, isn't it? We're wasting money. I think we will just go for that. We're gonna change the number plate though. No, we won't. We'll keep it the same. I can't be bothered. Right, let's buy it. Right, I've bought that, so you may see that in the time lapse, me moving backwards and forwards. But we are at 55% already. So we're at the shop grabbing our trailer. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that we've had to buy the same one, but we need to look after our money on this series, because that is the whole idea of the game. We are competing with each other. I just couldn't warrant spending another 11,000 on a trailer that has got less capacity than this one. So we are not doing that. But we will head up to the farm. We'll get that first load put into the trailer. We do not have any silo each, obviously. But like I said about that land being mutual, that can be used. So we need to head into here. I may clear those trees and make a entrance a bit better, because it's a little bit... I need to ask Ste actually, because we did have a rule on the trees, but I think it was... I'm not allowed to take the trees down in the middle between our two fields, because I think that is part of my land. but I think leaving them would be best anyway, because it gives us a little bit of a divider between our fields. So if we take a quick look, as you can see, those fields go into my bracket. There was a shed here as well. I sold that, obviously, to keep it a bit more fair as well. But that is where we are at, guys. I've no idea if there's decent price on the wheat. Probably not. Look, it's going to be horrendous. So it's a case of what do we actually do with it. We could go down the chickens route, because obviously they are easy to run. We've got a decent amount of wheat available now. We'll have a little think about it. I've got a funny feeling Steve's going to be doing chickens though. Anyway, let's carry on with this. So we are getting there. We are almost finished on this field. I think Steve has finished. But we should have a decent amount of wheat. It's just going to be deciding, you know, where we go with this series. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult on 22 than it would be on 19. Never done this on 19, obviously. But yeah, because of the production chains, then you do have to wait a lot longer for your crops to grow. It's going to be a bit interesting. It's a lot harder anyway, normally, to make money in this version than it was in 19. Because you could just basically whack the crop growth straight up to sort of fast, or even on normal it was just ridiculously quick. You could sleep through the night and you'd have almost a ready to harvest crop sometimes. Whoa, we are full. Looks like we haven't got crop destruction on. That is good. That's a bonus. Let's get that. So we know the harvester holds 9,300. I think this is actually a modded in JCB. I will show you in a second so you know. So that can stay there. So if we go down to our equipment, it's a medium tractor, yeah. It is the Fast Track 4000 mod, if anyone's interested. It is only 167 horsepower, so quite low. We didn't want anything too beefy. But yeah, there you go. There's nothing else popped up there, is there? So that is interesting. I think the game jumped a little bit. I've missed a tiny little bit there. I think where we're sort of doing multiplayer, it can be a bit jumpy, so I will have to remember to grab that bit in a second. We're almost done. I don't know where Ste is, what he's doing. He's up to something. Probably putting down a chicken coop, I reckon. Which is what my idea was, so I think he might have beaten me to that as well, but I don't think we're going to keep copying. Already bought the same trailer. What is he up to? That is going to be the fun bit. Always looking over your shoulder at what the person's doing. I can't actually see him. Oh, he's in that tractor. Maybe he's talking to you guys. What I think we will do, guys, because this was just a little taster of what is to come, we will finish this little bit. We will offload this into the trailer, and I think for now, I know it won't be a very long episode, but I think we will leave it there for episode 1. So it just gives you a little taste of what is to come. If you've got any questions or anything like that, please drop them down in the comments. Like I say, I will put a link to Steve's channel in the description, and I also write out my rules a little bit better because they are just scribbled down. That's why they were in a silly order I was trying to give you guys. But there you go, that is episode 1 of competitor multiplayer. Pretty cool. Ste is off. Hope you have all enjoyed episode 1. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farming Ste. Stay frosty.